Alright, so it turns out that my microphone kind of just doesn't work. It's kind of a piece of shit during this entire recording for like the first half or so. So I'm gonna have to do this unfortunately, but it should be fine. So the game we're playing is the Perfect Tower 2. I have played this game before, like started like years and years ago, and I also played the original game, the Perfect Tower 1, but that was like ages ago on like Congregate and like, web browser and whatnot. But that was ages ago, so I thought, you know what? I've never really tried making a, you know, playthrough of anything, and this is like gonna be a long one. I think here I'm just talking about something, I type in my save name, let's go, create new save, and you can actually see here my last save from 2022, September 27th, so that's a long time ago at this point. So here we are, going through the tutorial and all that. I did actually skip some of this. I mean, already know how to play the game for the most part. It's only when we get like later on. There's just things I've forgotten and stuff, of course. So I'm just doing the basic stuff here, upgrading, remembering all the ins and outs. I'm a little rusty here, but it's nothing crazy. So here you can see, got my health bar, just the basic stuff. I decided to go with the regen since, you know, you kind of just want to keep your damage and your attack speed is like the most important. As long as you one-shot all the enemies, you just need to hit them fast enough so they don't hit you. Glass cannon, that's the way to go. But yeah, this is kind of just a slow start here. There's not much happening in the early parts of this game, as you can see. I mean, you're kind of just attacking stuff. So we're about to have our first death here, we're getting overrun by those ranged enemies. Didn't go as planned. So this is where we get to the town. I decided to like read through that for a bit, but we're not gonna be doing that, so we'll just skip through all of that. So anyway, once we're here, the first thing we gotta do is go to the construction firm. We gotta convert some of those blue box resources. That's like the main gist of the game. You go into tower testing and you get more resources, and then you convert those into more resources in other buildings, and that's how you unlock stuff. Here I actually go back to tower testing because we didn't have that much, and I actually end up doing way better here in this part here, but I'm gonna have to speed all of this up because this is like a long process of getting all these resources. So I think most of this footage when I'm in the tower testing will be like sped up, especially when I'm voiceovering. What? Voiceovering this? Jesus Christ. Guess I haven't had my morning coffee yet. So, I need some more resources, so I go back into tower testing. I end up playing way better. I keep attention to the enemy base out there, and I make sure I only have enough damage to one-hit them. And I go for more attack speed, because killing the enemies before they hit you, that's how you live. But yeah, I made it a little further. Just a little, even though we didn't really get any upgrades. So here, I go through these for some reason. Useful tips, I guess. So I get one more resource, I unlock the workshop, and the workshop is actually where you get to give yourself permanent upgrades. We can spend some boxes here, upgrade basic attack, give ourselves some attack speed. It's a little more expensive though, so we're not going to be doing that right now. So, we can drag new modules that we unlock, so on, into our blueprints, but we don't really have any of those unlocked yet. So I just end up upgrading everything a little bit. And it makes a difference, Here I actually make a blunder though. I take this reforge here. I should not. I should have taken the synergy, and you will see that later on. But for now, it's, you know, it's a little sad. I'm just going through the skills here. You know, you can read them if you want, I guess. Should have taken synergy here, but oh well. I think I go back into tower testing here. Yeah. So just another run with some light permanent upgrades. Well, semi-permanent. They are permanent into tower testing for now. So this is just another run here, you know, trying to get some resources, of course. Getting a little bit further just because of those few upgrades. They help a lot. Just doing the usual here, you know, getting my basic attack up. Maxed my... no, well, got my attack speed as far as I can. While keeping up with the damage, you know. I'm still getting hit because we don't really have any real splash damage or anything like that. We're only hitting one enemy at a time, which is unfortunate. But that's how early game is. I'm calling it the early game like it's... like I'm not gonna be in the early game for like the next 20, 50 hours or something like that. I think last time I played this game I played on the same save for like 100 hours and I don't think I was even halfway through the game. But maybe I was just slacking off or playing the game wrong. I don't know. We'll see. So here we died on wave 21. We got 10 waves further than last time, you know. That's an improvement. So I just go right here. We got multi-shot. This is actually a really good module. You know, 10% chance to hit +2 targets, so we can hit 3 enemies at a time. The only 10% of the time for now. And this is where I get the reforge, I think. I don't know, I'm just japping in the background. But yeah, we do not need reforge, but I don't think it's a big deal. Maybe it'll be useful in the future. So this is where I'm actually going to be cutting back to live commentary, I think. But I'm also going to be skipping ahead a little bit to like the part where we actually win the first stage. So let's just go right into that. Okay, so we're almost done here. Just 11 more waves to go. Should be no problem, maybe. Almost there. The multi-shot and basic bounce is such a good combo. We're dealing like way more damage. We only have like 1500 and we're dealing like 7000 per hit. But just one hit and we could lose it all, so we upgrade multi-shot and just go safe. Upgrading hit points won't do anything. It's not for our purposes here. I just hope the boss doesn't have like crazy amount of health, but let's see. And we won. It's our first victory. And it seems like we got no modules, which is interesting. Here's the base resource drop multiplier for each fulfilled. I'll take that. So does that mean... so we completed this one. Okay. So now we got a permanent 2x multiplier, I assume. Which is nice. And I don't think we need to do the class cannon anymore. You only need to do it once, I assume. So we need 3 regions unlocked and 10 modules maxed. Let's just go for another run. Let's see how far we can actually get. Alright, I think that's enough. 700 waves. We got enough. This is way too slow anyway. So, there you go. Let's see, only 1 module. And 3 unused skill points. So, headquarters, contracts, what is... okay, so we need to max out these we should upgrade our workshop. So let's do that. It's gonna take 3 minutes. So while that's... oh, I can't upgrade it. What's happening? Oh. Yeah, let's see, I can upgrade that. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. We don't have any other contracts unlocked, unfortunately. We have a server. Auto skip. Okay. I feel like we should have done that before we went into the game, but it's too late now. Okay. So workshop. Time to put everything here. Can I max out? Yeah, I can. 1000 per weight. Seems pretty good. We're gonna have a bunch more blueprints now. Let's just put this in because we have that one synergy. This thing increase the total damage by 10% for each offensive module. So all of these give us 10% extra damage, even if they aren't like upgraded, which is, you know, fine. So if we can beat this, we should be able to go to the next stage. Upgrade our military tier, I assume, if that's how it works. It should be. Let's just see here if we can actually make it all the way there. Alright, we're about done here. I don't know how much more modules I need to max out to get to the next tier. Probably not too many. Yeah, this one gave like a lot more, way faster. So, okay, so just 2 more modules and we can actually go to the next tier. Which I will just do. And there you go, we should be able to do it now. Let's see. Does this... oh well, we'll find out. Gun and reset. Over the course of 4 hours. So I get a partial amount back? How many do I have right now? No, I get everything back. Okay, well, if that's the case, I might just want to get a little bit more. Just cause. So let's just do this. Just why not? So I will see you guys when I'm done with this. So, just a minute. Alright, there you go. Spooky. Don't worry about that. Next here. Bunch of stuff unlocked. Headquarters. Tier up. Alright, so let's go. Military perks. For every military... yeah. By enhancing the working conditions on your island, it becomes a substantially more attractive working place. Into a building skill? Starting from the next military tier, your models will not be receptive to tier 1. If they are above, they will be set to max tier 1. That seems good, but in the long run, I don't know if that's good. Alright, let's just go with improved conditions. I don't know if it's a good idea. I'm assuming that we can't change those ever. Maybe we can, I don't know. Down buildings, good job. We got workers. So automatically upgrade. Sure. Can't speed that up. Unlock speed. Oh. Alright. So clicking on the module icon in the top left corner of the region preview displays the drop chances for all remaining modules. That does not seem useful at all. Resource drop rate during tower testing by for each unlocked module. That seems okay, I guess. Bunch of new buildings to worry about. But I think I'll leave that for next time. Anyway guys, that's about it guys. I think I'm done here. We'll see where I might play myself next time, starting from scratch here, or maybe not, I don't know. Anyway guys, see you in the next episode.